It's not functioning. So, since I noticed that my imaginary person online kind of seemed to affect my inside and somehow become interesting, the way I feel connected to everybody is like making a need to talk more. So I'm just gonna give it a try. Not quite passionate about being a public figure, a public person, and I just realized that in order for someone to know how to talk, it has to feed the insight somehow. By I don't know, somehow and not a fast way. By being slowly feeding, just like you eat food. Everybody eats food their way, but when you feed yourself, you feed it slowly, and that after feeding yourself, then if somebody feels somehow ready to be a public figure, I know what to talk. But anyway, since you might be liking this, I didn't have a topic to talk. Besides, I went today to Target, and I was looking for the cards that are for emotions, emotion cards. Only curious to what kind of words and kind of faces they were using, and it turns out that they're similar to the emojis. I did not find the cards. I looked on Amazon for books. Maybe they had like a Kindle version of that, and they did not have. And so I searched online then, and I got to see that emotions were like similar to emojis, were kind of associated with an attitude. And to make an attitude, while I searched for the words of emotions, I realized that to make an attitude, it was needed a lot of insight, right? For example, you and I got used to go buy something. That is an attitude when you meet the cashier. You see that you have an interaction with a person, and that you know how to behave, right? So that to create a behavior, to make a behavior, is not an easy thing, because you have to make it just like a cooking. You have to make it the way you like it, and you have to represent yourself the way you like it. And so we are used, that is not possible because we surrendered in rush to go to work and stuff like that, and nobody has a chance to sit down and consider how to make an attitude that is likable for the person, introduce themselves to the others, since that we are kind of taught somehow that in society you don't have to kind of be that special. Therefore, not getting out of topic, I went to Target and I couldn't find the emotion cards. Therefore, I got another box, and the box was about dreams and consciousness. And so that was very weird that I was interested in that, because Freud sounds so boring when you read his books, and he talks to you about a not unhelpful way of what's going on in dreams. Like if you see a sheep, is because you related to this one, is related to this and that. Or if you see your deceased grandmother, grandfather, blah blah blah, things like that is a thing that is in common, and that is normal. But that it doesn't help them much with the common sense. Kind of everybody believes that There is a reason there, and since everybody believes there's a reason there, they kind of give up on seeing the emotional side of that situation. And so, to my surprise, I went today to Target and I got, just like everybody does, I better, excuse me. Oh, where is the other side in here? No, I don't want to be seen. Okay, never mind. So I got the Dream Decoder, and it says in here, dream groups, it says there are certain dreams of unconscious, like, excuse me, being late, being being lost, losing something, being unprepared, car out of control or speeding, cheating on a partner, falling, feeling trapped, nudity, paralysis, I'm so, excuse me, robots, aliens, teeth falling out, unable to find the bathroom. It is everything that I kind of find myself lately. Besides, for example, apocalypse, insects, that somehow insects, a murder. The biggest fear was intruders. I mean that when you have a house or apartment and the lock on the door doesn't matter, then some people somehow are scared of animals and birds, and all these are dream related. So I'm just gonna read one of them, robots and aliens, and it says in here that aliens and or UFOs in a dream may indicate your desire to escape reality. Perhaps your mind is visionary in character. Your imagination can take you beyond the limits of the ordinary. The downside of this abundant creativity is that you may have problems fighting in with worldly expectations. There may be some lack of connection between yourself and others. You may feel different in some way and struggle to conform